जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी।
जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी।
जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी।
जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी।
जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी।
जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी।
यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन।
यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन।
यमुना तीरा वनचारी।
यमुना तीरा वनचारी।
जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी।
जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे,
हरे
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्णा and welcome everyone.
Hare Krishna, welcome to everyone.
No, Lakshmi auntie also there.
Yes, and Tanuja Mataji is also here. Happy to have you here. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा माताजी, हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
You can see the screen?
Yeah, Prabhuji.
Yes. No, this is Bhagavatam.
Yeah,
Okay.
only Mangalacharan.
Okay.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Namavom Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं साजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyasya cha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam bhavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Cheva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloker Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Now you can see this PowerPoint?
Yes, we can see.
Okay. So, today we are covering the 16th chapter, Divine and Demoniac Qualities. The reason which Krishna is describing the divine and demoniac qualities is because he wanted to assure Arjuna, since he is fighting a very ghastly war, if there is a little bit doubt, oh, these only demons fight like this. Devotees should not fight like this. If he has any doubt like that, Krishna wanted to clarify. Doodh ka doodh, pani ka pani. He wanted to separate. He wanted to show what is Arjuna's qualities, and he can compare himself. Now, you might be thinking we are talking of 16th chapter, but I have collected verses from 18th chapter here. I'll tell you why. So, these are mode of goodness. We spoke in the 14th chapter the three modes of material nature, right? You all remember, hope. Goodness, passion, and ignorance. So, the basic necessity to come to spiritual life is you should be in Sattva Guna. So, how do you know you're in Sattva Guna? You should know, no? Somebody should tell you, or you should have some metrics by which you measure. I am in Sattva Guna, I am not in Tamo Guna or Rajo Guna. So here, Krishna is very clearly describing these qualities. These are 10 qualities. So these 10 qualities should manifest in you if you are come to Sattva Guna. This is not spiritual life. Still, this is still within the modes of material nature. If you are in Sattva Guna, this is the basic standard. You should be exhibiting these qualities. So people ask sometimes, when I study Bhagavad Gita, what do I get? What do I get? Right? This is a side benefit. So what is this side benefit? Sama, Dhamma, Tapa, Saucham, Shanti, Arjavam, Evacha, Jnanam Vijnanam Astikyam Brahma Karma Swabhavajam. So he becomes fixed in Brahma Jnana. That is the number one quality. How do you become fixed in, before you become fixed in Brahma Jnana, what happens to you? Sama. You're peaceful. First of all, you have to be peaceful. If you are not peaceful, you cannot practice spiritual life. Most of the time, our mind is bothering with so many desires. That is Rajoguna. It is inside the heart, it is telling, I want this, let's get this. So many ventures are going on. If I only did this, I will become successful. I just have to pursue this career. I get this degree, I will get a very good job. I'll make a lot of money. Like that, Rajoguna is pushing from inside. So that fire will reduce. So then you'll be Shant. Then Dhamma, self-controlled. You'll be self-controlled. Tapaha, austerity. You are ready to take austerity. Saucham, purity. Shanti, tolerance. Arjavam, honesty. Jnanam, wisdom. Vijnanam, which is realized knowledge. Practical knowledge is Vijnanam. Astikyam, religiousness, means he is deeply involved in studying the scripture. Brahma Karma Swabhavajam. These are born of his own nature. You see this last word. Born of his own nature. So sometimes, now you all are mothers, you all know, you have raised children. So what is that thing that you did specifically? If I ask you, this is a question I'm asking. How did you teach your children how to run when they were born? What did you do? I'm asking a question. Anybody?
Answer.
May I
Somebody
answer?
answer.
May I
Yeah.
answer?
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. While teaching children how to run, in initial stage, we used to walk with the child holding finger. Gradually, when he started moving, then we also used to run also with the child.
Okay. So you just gave some baby walker support, basically. That is one answer. Any other answer? No other
Nobody
answer?
else? Nobody else? Somebody?
It's a basic question.
So how did you make your child
were
walk? What did you
Run.
do?
I said run.
Walk, run, I
Walk
mean
or
run.
run. Fine.
Encourage them to walk first, and then you
What did
slowly
you do
encourage them.
specifically?
Specifically, I mean, I don't have experience on
I'll
that.
try again. Prabhuji,
Okay.
I'll try again.
Sorry.
We protect him.
Huh?
Huh?
हम उसको प्रोटेक्ट करेंगे माता जी, प्रोटेक्ट करके चलना सिखाते हैं.
That is for not falling.
May-
What did you do to make him walk?
Now may I answer?
Huh?
The child loves attractive toys and things like that. Some toys, some
So
balls.
what did you do
And
to make
हाँ,
him
नहीं,
walk?
नहीं,
Hare
हाँ,
Krishna,
so
we will
नहीं, the ball could be kept. The
You will
ball
support
could be kept a
him.
little
उसको
distance from
encourage
the child.
करेंगे.
You
The
encourage.
child will try to. the
One
child will
answer
try
is
to-
encourage. One answer,
Yeah.
someone said encourage. Second
मैंने
is
कहा
that
माता
you.
जी.
Prabhu,
हाँ,
you
आपने
have to
कहा.
run yourselves. Prabhu, we
Anji?
usually run. We have to run ourselves so that he sees us and then he follows.
Perfect.
Correct.
That I had
Perfect.
already
Hare
answered.
Krishna.
Yes.
But
Yeah, auntie, you can tell.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes.
Yeah,
They
you want
will
to say?
walk by themselves. We don't have to.
Exactly. You don't have to do
Correct.
anything. They walk
That
by
was the
themselves.
answer.
That's the answer.
She's a doctor.
Oh God.
Yeah, you do nothing. You do really nothing. They walk by themselves. And that is the last word Krishna is telling. How are these qualities coming? born of his own nature.
So
Right?
answer
So
is
all you maximum do is you can give support, that's all, or encourage, but you cannot do anything. The child has to walk. Now there is another thing. If the child does not walk, then what do? I mean, like more than 1 year. Generally, within 1 year, they should start to walk. Now, if the child does not walk, then what happens? Then you become concerned, right? Then immediately you run to the doctor. You might think, oh, maybe the child has some problem in walking. Maybe the child has some polio. I don't know what it is. The doctor has to analyze, right? Now, the same way you see, everybody is practicing religion. Now, these qualities are not coming. Then what you should do? You should be concerned. You should ask questions. You should go to the doctor. Arey, what happened? I don't have all these qualities coming in me, right? You should be concerned. If you do nothing, then what happens? Maybe the child really has a problem. So this is what is happening with the society today. It is becoming crippled. The society is not exhibiting these qualities. I'm still not come to the divine qualities. These are still qualities in the mode of goodness only. Now imagine a society where everybody has these good qualities. Everybody has this basic minimum qualities, basic good qualities, mode of goodness. And that is what we are attracted again and again, even after thousands of years, when somebody talks to us about Ramayana. Every character in Ramayana is like this. They're perfect. And that is why one person, just one person, who was talking to Kaikeyi about selfishness, little bit. What she told, actually, really speaking, she didn't say too much bad things. She said, you get your son the king throne. That's all, really speaking. That's all is the advice she gave. But that was like the black sheep. Right or wrong? It is so odd in the entire atmosphere, just that Mandara's recommendation to ask for the kingdom was sounding so awkward. And the entire Mahabharata, Ramayana was around that one small disturbance. Right? You all agree?
yeah.
Selfishness. One small drop of selfishness came in the society. Now imagine a society completely with all these good qualities. Amazing it will be.
One
Right?
question I have.
Yes.
Can I ask? So, but then you're talking about these are qualities in Brahmana, but they are Kshatriyas, no? All the society in the in Ramayana, when we are talking, they are all different Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra. So, but then you're telling that everyone
This
has.
is
Can you
not
elaborate
just
little?
Brahmana, means this is Brahma Karma Swabhavajam. Brahma Karma Swabha, they are fixed in Brahma Gyan. Even if he is a Raja, he is a Raja Rishi. They are fixed in Brahma Gyan. Brahma Gyan means they are always cultivating spiritual knowledge. Jnanam, Vijnanam. They are not just having Jnanam. They are having Vijnanam. Jnana, Vijnanam, Astikyam. Astikyam means they are fixed in Vedic principles. All their knowledge, Jnana and Vijnana, is based on Vedic scriptures. And this is immaterial whether you are a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya or Sudra. Immaterial. Because the entire society was fixed with one single central activity, that is self-realization. Everybody had one project, self-realization. That was the main project they had. So the duty of Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra is external, because you have to maintain your body according to your Chatur Varnam Maya Srushtam Guna Karma Vibhagashaha. How are they divided? By Guna and Karma. And it is not only because we are in India, we have this division. This is the way Krishna created this. Chatur Varnam Maya Srishtam. Krishna is saying, I created these 4 divisions. Now today also, these 4 divisions are existing all over the world. Even in America, there is a scientist class of people. There is, even in America also, there are mercantile class of people. There are, workers, construction workers, laborer. They cannot think of doing some computer job. It is too much for them. So it is by guna karma vibhagashaha, the duties. But the only difference is, even though this division is there, what is missing in the society is the central point, which is God. All these activities are meant to give pleasure to God, and that is missing in the society. But the four divisions are always there. Of course, it is by political agenda, somebody created for their own gain with pollution. The caste system is a perverted system that we see today in the society in India. That's a perverted caste system. It became by janma vibhagashaha. That is not what Krishna created. This what we, out of political agenda, it has become like that. By janma, the division has come, and it is very bad. Just like saying, my mother is a doctor, now I want to be a doctor. I want to go to the hospital. You cannot, because you are not qualified. If you want to be a doctor, you also have to be a doctor on your own right. Just because my parents are doctor, I cannot be doctor. So the same way. So now I'm coming back to the 16th chapter. Krishna talks about 1, 2, 3 slokas. He's talking about the divine qualities. And you'll be surprised to see there are 26 qualities he's talking about here. So just read through all the 26. I'll explain why this is so significant. Fearlessness. Generally, we all are scared of everything. Every minute, we are scared. If you have a job, when will the job go away? If you have money, you don't know when the bank account will become less. Everything in this world, whatever you have, in the back of the mind, we all know one day it will go away. So we are working very hard to keep it. And that is a cause of biggest fear. Of course, there are a lot of surveys. In America, there is a survey which says, like, even if you can Google it and you can see, one of the biggest fear people say is public speaking. That's really not true. Even though people might say like that, but inside everybody's heart, we know whatever we have, we can lose. That's a very big fear. And one of the things that as a devotee, what happens, you take the shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna, and one of the names of Krishna is Abhaya Charana. Abhaya Charana Aravinda. So you become immediately fearless. That is the benefit of becoming a devotee of Krishna. You become fearless. Purification of one's existence. Now this is cleanliness both inside and outside, not just external. This is mainly internal cleanliness we are talking about. And without that, you cannot have cultivation of knowledge, spiritual knowledge. You cannot get people to be very interested in spiritual knowledge unless they are clean from inside. These are called anarthas. Anartha means I am this, I am that, I am a big man, I am a rich man, I am a very qualified man. These are all called anarthas. These anarthas keep on mounting in us and they make you proud. Even little bit, you don't have so much also, you'll become so proud. That's the nature of this Rajoguna. So when that is gone, then you become interested in spiritual knowledge. Then naturally you become charitable. Because as long as Rajoguna, Tamoguna are there, you are very miserly. You want everything for yourself. And of course, Chanakya Pandit says, you know who is the biggest donor? Miser. You know why? Because he accumulates so much he's accumulating, he's not giving to anybody. But when he dies, what he does? The biggest charity he does. So the biggest charity, he cannot take it with him. So he has to give away everything. So miser is the biggest charitable person in the end, by the way. So, of course, that is in a rhetorical way Chanakya Pandit is saying, but that's not how it is. A devotee naturally understands paradukka dukhi. He cannot take somebody else's suffering. So he wants to give. He is very compassionate and is charitable. And he understands his body is only meant for serving others. Paropakaram idam shariram. So not just money. So the devotee becomes interested to give charity if everything that he has. But of course, the charity in the next chapter, you will learn what is the best type of charity you have to do. That you will learn in the next chapter. Krishna explains that. Then self-control. Then performance of sacrifice. Study of the Vedas. Austerity. Simplicity. Non-violence. Truthfulness. Freedom from anger. Renunciation. Tranquility. Aversion to fault finding. Compassion. Freedom from covetousness. Gentleness. Modesty. Steady determination. Vigor. Forgiveness. Fortitude. Cleanliness. Freedom from envy and the passion for honor. Now, these qualities will manifest. See, there is a difference between the first 10 qualities and these qualities. These qualities, again, you cannot cultivate each one of them separately. Now, I will take an agenda. I will take next 30-day program. I will cultivate fearlessness. Next 30 days, I will cultivate the next quality. It is not possible. You cannot do that. It is just the same way the baby is learning to run and walk. The same way, all these qualities will become manifest in you when you become a devotee. So what you have to cultivate is a devotional quality, and these qualities have to manifest in you. And this is something you have to look out for. All these qualities, am I getting these qualities? If not, then there is seriously some problem in your devotional life. You are not practicing devotional life. You are doing something else. These are the qualities you have to get it. And they will manifest. Not everything will come at the same time. They'll slowly, they will blossom. Some of the qualities will blossom more, some will blossom little less, but they will all blossom. This is very, very significant. And that is very important. So that is why we are not interested to do any moral science classes. That is not how we teach our children. Because nowadays I see so many people in media, social media, they're writing messages like, oh, we are somewhere the society is going wrong. We have to teach our children Hinduism. You know, they don't know anything. They're getting influenced. They're getting influenced by other religions. So just by raising an alarm like that, you cannot bring back the culture. That's not how it is. It's very fake culture. It's imitation. Imitation, you cannot become a Hindu or anything. That is really fake. That's not how you can bring all the qualities back. The qualities are cultivated by proper devotional service. Now, Bhagavad Gita is really a preliminary study. Meaning, it is just like, suppose if you say you're going to college. So this is like high school. Bhagavad Gita is like high school, but real study happens in the college. So when you're going to high school, they will tell you, these are the things that you have to study, right? But how to cultivate all these things, Krishna is not telling really here. But he has given a clue. These are the divine qualities. These are all the divine qualities that you will get. So the higher topic, when you graduate and go to Srimad Bhagavatam, you will find exactly the same type of division, like the first 10, Samo, Dhamma, Tapas, Saucham, all this, like that, you will see in Bhagavatam, how these qualities are naturally manifest. We actually read about this in one of our classes in third canto. Recently, we read this sloka. Titikshva karunikaha suhrudaha sarvadehinam ajata satravaha shantaha sadavaha sadhu bhushanam. See, the first qualities that will manifest are these. You'll become very tolerant. You'll be very merciful, friendly to all living entities. You will not have a basis, oh, these people are my friends, these are my enemies. You will not have that kind of a mentality. That mentality will go away. You will be not inimical to anyone. Shantaha, you'll be very peaceful. Again, sadavaha, abiding by scriptures. Say there it is astikyam, right? The same word is used, astikyam. You'll be very religious. Here, abiding by the scriptures, sadavaha, sadhu bhushanam. You are decorated with these qualities. You see, these are the qualities. And then when you go to fourth canto, you'll see all these 26 qualities. Again, everything is written. Just one silent is extra here, but all the other qualities which I mentioned are the same. If you see, it's just worded little differently, but exactly the same qualities. All the 26 qualities are really the same, and they will manifest in you. This is really amazing. Actually, each quality you can meditate on, how Prabhupada talks about, and they're wonderful. I'm not going in depth for every single quality, but this is to understand how a devotee is doing the maximum charitable work. Just like, for example, what do you consider as charity? Somebody is sick, somebody is ill. You try to get him the right kind of a treatment, right? Somebody is having some diabetes. I don't know. So many charitable works are going on today. Polio, one of the big things. India has successfully removed all the polio patients. So it's a very charitable work. But what really it is, if you really think, it's let's imagine a car. All the parts of the car should be working. Say some parts of the car are not working properly. So there is a mechanic, he tells you, oh, this part you should fix, sir. Okay, good. Then you fix the entire car. But then imagine a person who is actually feeding the driver. The driver doesn't have any food. He's sick. He's becoming weak. You have a very good car, but the driver is completely sick. What is a better, seva you can do? To the car or to the driver? Obviously, to the driver. So, our business, our charitable work is to feed this driver. So, in the 14th chapter again, Arjuna is asking this question, who is Dehi, who is Deha? What is Dehi and what is Deha? Right? He's asking this very basic question. Who is the driver of this body? Body is Deha. Who is Dehi? Who is inside, the driver? There are two different things. So people are only interested in doing welfare work for the body which is a yantra or a vehicle. But there is no work done for the person who's inside, who's the real person, who is the driver of this body. For him, there is no work done. And he is like a crippling child who's not able to walk. So what is the most charitable work, urgent work needed? For the person, for the real person, for the Atma. You have to revive him. You have to revive his spiritual consciousness. That is the most important charitable work that is needed. And that Krishna is explaining here. And in the next important verse in Bhagavatam, I'll go here why I'm saying what I'm saying here. This is the verse which Bhagavatam confirms. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavatir akinchana sarver gunestatra samasate suraha rava bhaktasya kuto mahadgunan manoratena sati dhavato bahihi. So here what is happening? The Bhagavatam is saying, if you can cultivate akinchana bhakti, we have learned about this word akinchana bhakti several times all through the Bhagavad Gita. You all remember, I hope. If not, again, I will have a summary. So with all the slokas,
Bhagavatam. In
no,
Bhagavad Gita, ni Bhagavatam, no.
Bhagavad Gita also. Akinchana bhakti is there. So Krishna talks about
No, not
akinchana.
the 18, not the this 16 days, nahi, no. The previous one you're
The
talking about.
previous slokas, yeah, in Bhakti
Previous.
Yoga, when we spoke about Bhakti Yoga, there is
Okay.
talk about Akinchana Bhakti.
Huh.
So he's talking about Yasyasti Bhaktir Bhagavati Akinchana. So to whom Akinchana Bhakti? To the Supreme Lord Bhagavan. So that is why it is very important to understand who is Bhagavan. Now Bhagavan has so many features. You know, all the energy, nature, everything you see is also Bhagavan's opulences only. So Bhagavan is understood in three ways. Anybody remembers? We discussed that also. Three features of Bhagavan.
You all should remember this one. 3 features of Bhagavan.
Brahmeti,
Next.
Paramatmaiti, Bhagavan iti satyate. So there are 3 features of Bhagavan. So unless you know the personal feature of the Bhagavan, you cannot render akinchana bhakti. There is no there is no bhakti, seva to the impersonal Lord. Nirguna Brahman, you cannot have love with Nirguna Brahman. You can appreciate only. You can only appreciate his greatness. Oh, God is great. But that is not enough to render seva. So unless you come to that understanding, akinchana bhakti, you cannot come to this part. Then what happens? Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavatir akinchana. Then if you are cultivating this akinchana bhakti, what happens? Sarver guna, all the gunas, tatra samasate suraha. Imagine all the demigods, they are great personalities, right? All the Devi Devatas. Imagine all the good qualities that they have. Sum total of all those good qualities will come inside this person who is cultivating akinchana bhakti. Whereas a person who has a lot of good qualities, superficially, he has a lot of good qualities, but he has not developed harava bhakta, abhakta, harava abhakta kuto mahadgunan. He has mahadgunan, a lot of good qualities he has, but he is not developed devotional qualities, he has not become a bhakta of Hari, then it is a mental platform mein hovering hai. Manoratena gatasa dhavato bahihi. Bahi means external. In external concoction, material concoction, on his mental platform he is hovering and he is thinking I am doing charitable work. But that is zero. That work, that doesn't develop any good qualities. Just like we see Ravan, all these asuras also, they have so many so-called good qualities, but one quality they don't have, they are not a devotee of Krishna. They are envious of Hari. So even though they have all the good, so-called good qualities, because they are envious of Krishna, then they are doomed. So this is the conclusion of Bhagavatam. So this is what Bhagavatam is saying. How can there be any good qualities in such a person? Whereas a person becomes a devotee, automatically all the good qualities will come to him. Got it? So this is a simple understanding about all the good qualities. Now imagine what happens next. Krishna is talking about the rest of the chapter, 4 to 24, 20 slokas is talking about what? Demoniac qualities. Now, I told you one thing, one small thing that mantra spoke about selfishness, right? Only selfishness. How it is sticking like a sore thumb. Like that, in this world, in Kali Yuga, if somebody talks about little devotional quality, it sticks out like a sore thumb. What is this guy? He's mad or what? He's talking of bhakti and devotion and all that. This is what happens in this world. Pride, arrogance, false prestige. False prestige. We live in false prestige, for false prestige. Imagine today the biggest event in everybody's family. What is happening? Marriage. Oh my God. You can imagine the whole world is talking about Indian marriages. People from America want to go and attend an Indian marriage because Indian weddings are so fancy, elaborate. And imagine the guy, poor guy, he only the father and mother who are paying the bill. Except them, everybody else is having fun. And they have to show that they are also having fun, so they put up a fake smile. But otherwise, look at the bills that they're paying. Beyond their reach, beyond their capacity. To do what? Simply false prestige. Just to show off that they are also rich. And they are, just because of that, just to maintain that, they are messing up their entire life. Don't need. Why? Because you want to compare with others. These are all the qualities of demoniac people. Because they are ruled by false ego, ahankar se kaam chal raha hai. Everything, all the work is going by ahankar. I'm so great. Because you said you're so great, now you have to maintain that sentence. Yeah, you are not really. But you have to pay through your nose to maintain that one ahankar ka statement. And guess what? Because you cannot do that, you become frustrated, you are angry, you are so many things, everything comes. And then because you cannot do, somebody else is doing, then you become envious. So this is a royal road to hell. Basically, that's what it is. A royal road to hell. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. These are the 6 things that you cannot avoid. And it's like a roller coaster. Once you take that path down, it's a downward spiral. You cannot come upwards. It just sucks you down. That's how material nature is, like a grinder. Once you put it, it'll go down and suck you, and you're torn into pieces before you know that. So all these slokas talk about that. And mainly the 3 gateways to hell, royal gateways to hell: lust, greed, and anger. Lust, greed, and anger. So we have to be careful. And Krishna talks about these things as enemies. Why? Because Arjuna is a soldier. He knows how to treat an enemy. So how do you treat an enemy? With extreme caution. You don't want him to sneak inside your camp. If you don't know his enemy, then you will invite him, give him coffee, sar baitiye. Then you will give him a good chit chat. Then by the time you know, the thief is inside your house already and he has stolen all your valuables. What's your valuable? Human form of life. Biggest form, biggest gift it is. And these things have stolen and gone away. You lost your chance. You lost your beautiful opportunity to liberate yourself from the cruel, vicious cycle of birth and death. Because people do not know that the root cause of our suffering is our very desire to enjoy. It's paradoxical, but that is the root cause of our suffering. The reason we want to enjoy in this world is the root cause of our suffering. And people do not know this. And they do not know the solution. That is why they continue doing that. And what is the solution? Navavidha Bhakti. To engage in Krishna's service, there are 9 ways you can engage in Krishna's seva. And you can be free from that. So Krishna is explaining to Arjuna all the demoniac qualities. I'm not really going through all the demoniac qualities here. And he's telling Arjuna, don't worry. You are not part of that, but you are having all the divine qualities. So be rest assured and you can engage in the fight. You are not fighting as a demon. So I'll stop here. I want to take any questions. I also want to be sensitive with the time, so I'm just cutting it here. I'm keeping time for the questions. You're on mute.
What is the next slide? I just want to see. I'm
And
curious.
next slide is actually the next chapter. I did not finish that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So this is the division of faith. Yeah.
So you don't want to discuss too much about the demoniac qualities.
Yeah, I mean,
we just want to learn what we need to learn. So we want to be divine. So let us concentrate on that. Anyway, we all know we have demoniac qualities in us. So if we
if you know this much is good enough.
Yeah.
So if you are trending that path where it is going to take you, if you know that much, it is good enough.
Yeah.
But I would definitely encourage you to read this chapter because how there are certain places where Krishna is explaining how these demons actually think, how they're scheming. They think there are certain mentalities, thinking pattern is there of a demon, which is very interesting because sometimes without our knowledge, we are also in the same trap. We are also thinking like that only. Look at this. Somebody can read this. You can see this?
The demoniac person thinks, so much wealth do I have today, and I will gain more according to my schemes. So much is mine now, and it will increase in the future more and more. He is my enemy, I have killed him, and my other enemy will also be killed. I'm the Lord of everything. I'm the enjoyer. I'm perfect, powerful, and happy. I'm the richest man, surrounded by aristocratic relatives. There is none so powerful and happy as I am. I shall perform sacrifices, I shall give some charity, and thus I shall rejoice. In this way, such persons are deluded by ignorance.
Sometimes without knowing, we are also thinking like this. We always calculate our bank balance. Oh, some little scheme I have to do, I'll become more rich. I just, here we are not so demoniac, so we are not thinking of killing anybody, but competition. We are talking about competition here. So maybe if I just don't tell what I'm doing, that person will not become my competitor. So like that kind of attitude we have. And we are always falsely proud. Somebody is rich in the family. What is there for you? He'll not give you 1 paisa also. But falsely, my so-and-so relative is so rich. So rich is. Moment somebody does something good in the society, you will somehow try to go and link. You have a relation with them. Somebody became politician. You will come and say, oh, I have a friend. He's a politician. Nothing, that guy will not do anything for you. But falsely proud. Falsely you're proud about your relatives. Because Krishna is saying all these relatives, all these friends, they cannot do anything to you. They're considered asat sainyeshu. Asat sainyeshu, meaning a fallible soldier. A soldier is good for you when there is enemy coming, right? As soon as the enemy comes, if this soldier runs away, what is the use of that soldier? And you are thinking, I have so many soldiers around me, I can fight any battle. But these soldiers are what type of soldiers? Moment they see an enemy coming, boom, they run away. They cannot do anything to help you. Such type of people we have, and falsely we are thinking they are my friends and relatives. This is the truth. Scriptures are telling. No, even if they have good intention, even if they are very nice people, even if they don't want to run away, they are sitting next to you on your deathbed also. But the only thing that they can do is they can sit next to you. They cannot help you. They do not have the power to help you. Right? So that is why they are called asat sainyeshu. So these people cannot do anything to you. They cannot help you. And so don't be falsely deluded by ignorance that you have so many people around you. No, Krishna is saying, Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam. I am your only true friend. I am the only one who can help you. Mukunda, I can give you mukti. Mukti Dayaka Mukunda. Nobody else can do that. Nobody else can help us in any way.
In this chapter also, at the end, Krishna is talking about bhakti again at the end, like you were telling, or this, it's not like that in this chapter.
He does say that.
He does?
See, yeah, he does say that.
Hmm.
But not pure, directly addressing bhakti. 17th chapter also he talks, but not directly. He says you have to become devotional. See, one should understand what is duty, what is not duty by regulations of the scripture. Knowing such rules and regulations, one should act so that he may be gradually be elevated.
Hmm.
Because he's directly talking about demoniac qualities, but he concluded by saying this, that you should be divine.
So
You should be
basically,
divine. See what happens, he talks about two things. If you are cultivating divine qualities, you'll be liberated. If you are cultivating demoniac qualities, you'll be bound up. That is a difference. And you don't want to be bound up. And we discussed in the previous chapter, even Sattva Guna can bind you up. Then what to speak of demoniac qualities? It's worse.
Here 22, see the sloka, the man who has escaped these three gates of hell, O son of Kunti, performs acts conducive to self-realization and gradually attains the supreme destination.
Yes. So
and
ultimately,
then again he says,
it talks about supreme destination.
And then again he says, but who discards spiritual injunctions and acts according to his own whims attains neither perfection nor happiness nor the supreme destination. So basically he's giving both. If you do this, this is the result. If you don't do, then what is the result?
Correct.
Yeah.
He starts here only in the 5th, I think.
The transcendental qualities are conducive to liberation, whereas the demoniac qualities make for bondage. Do not worry.
You are born of divine qualities. Like that.
Yeah. I think it was a very nice way of explaining. I really liked it. I have read the chapter, but the overview was much better, actually, I think. Any other questions anyone has, please, you can ask.
माता जी, एक यहाँ पे स्टोरी होती है शिशुपाल. Do you know?
Yeah.
क्या स्टोरी है वो?
शिशुपाल की.
Shishupal ki story? Okay. Shishupal was actually a nephew.
You can close this actually. You can close this window. Yeah. And you can make your screen big also if you want. You can do that.
शिशुपाल ये कहता था ना माता जी कि जो गलत काम करेगा उसका हुई मैं मारूंगा.
हाँ, Bua's son, Krishna's Bua.
Yeah.
Son is Shishupal. Actually, they are Jaya Vijaya, one of Jaya Vijaya's three births. So Shishupal, as soon as he was born, so immediately the mother knew that he'll be killed by Krishna and nobody else can kill other than Krishna. So immediately she takes a blessing from Krishna. So she tells, I know you are the only one who will kill him. And so I want a blessing from you. I said, okay, what? Please don't kill my son. He says, no, that's not possible. I'm born only to kill him. So that is not possible. You ask something else. Then she says, okay, do one thing. Even if he does 100 mistakes, don't kill him. Then why she thought like that? She thought anybody will not do the maximum. They'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 mistakes. Nobody will do 100 mistakes, right? So the mother is thinking, calculating materially, my son will not do 100 mistakes. So she says, okay, at least if he does 100 mistakes, you excuse. If he does more than 100, then you are free to kill him. Then Krishna says, okay, no problem. That's a very simple thing to honor. For in Krishna's mind, he's thinking like that. So mother is also very happy. When they grew up, then when Rajasuya Yajna was being conducted by Yudhishthir, so obviously it was decided the agrasthana, means the topmost position, has to be given to Krishna. But Krishna is like, Yudhishthir's siblings, like, same age. They are not even older. They're young people. So then immediately Shishupal objects. How can you choose this Gavar, as a Mukhya Adhipati for taking the Agrasthana of receiving Rajasu Yajna? It is like the Supreme Lord has to be there. So then Krishna starts counting, because he keeps count of everybody's sins. So he started to keep count of Shishupala's mistakes one by one. Each time he makes one new accusation on Krishna, he keeps count. So when he goes on telling Krishna is just a cowherd fellow, he's going behind, all these girls, he's stealing clothes, he steals butter, he steals so many things. He goes on telling. Actually, he's glorifying Krishna only, but in a negative way. Every activity, Leela of Krishna, he tells, but in a negative way. So Krishna keeps count, 100 is over. Then as soon as 101 also he commits, then he invokes Sudarshan Chakra and he severs his head. And the entire assembly were able to see how the Atma of Jaya Vijay comes and merges into Krishna's body. That is called the lowest form of benefit of self-realization, which is merging into Brahma Jyoti. So that is why devotees of the Lord think even to go into the Brahma Jyoti is a gift given to demons. So devotees don't want that. Kaivalyam narakayate. They think, oh, this is hellish. This kind of a liberation to go into Brahma Jyoti is hellish. So people, yogis, they don't know the personal form of Krishna. They are chanting Omkar. Om, they chant, right? We also know what is Omkar. Krishna talks about Omkar all through the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, I am that Om. But Om is the impersonal feature of Krishna. So when you chant Omkara and you have no knowledge about the personal form of Krishna, then the maximum benefit that you get is that you will merge into the effulgence, Brahman effulgence. That is the benefit which Jaya Vijaya got. Of course, Jaya Vijaya is special. Even though they got that benefit, from there, Narada takes them back to Vaikuntha. That is the mercy of a pure devotee again. So from Brahma Jyoti, again you need a mercy of a pure devotee to enter into Vaikuntha. Otherwise, you cannot. You'll stay there only. Yeah, you have a question?
I want to say about Karna actually. So all these things, he's charitable, so nice. What you told about when they are not, understanding, they don't have bhakti for Krishna, then they don't have any good qualities. So even he did not have, not only for Krishna, but Krishna's devotees. He was so envious of Arjuna, the Pandavas, that is the reason actually he's considered demon, actually, right? He's with the
Karna is
wrong
a very
party.
controversial case.
You can talk about it.
In the end, actually, it is said that Krishna does the Antakriya for Karna. So he's a little special character.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he even
He
though
took the wrong side. He took the wrong
But
side.
then was he envious
He was-
of the Pandavas? Or
He was
wasn't?
also envious. He was also envious, but then yes and no kind of a thing it is. He's in the middle. He's in the
Okay.
middle. Yeah.
Okay.
He's really, really not envious in that way. Not like
Mhm.
Duryodhan. He just wanted to be very loyal to Duryodhan because he gave him a lot of respect. As a
Mhm.
Kshatriya, he's not supposed to take charity. So Duryodhan maintained his man
Hmm.
as a Kshatriya. So he became very loyal. In fact, it's extreme loyalty. That's also a very good quality.
Okay. Okay.
But still he's on the wrong side. So he had to be killed.
No, we were speaking about Tadyanam. No, you were talking the other day on Thursday.
Yeah.
Tadyanam.
Tadyanam is pure devotee. You have to worship a pure devotee.
Okay.
Only if you worship a pure devotee, then you get all the devotional qualities. Definitely, he got
Okay.
special mercy. Actually, not only Karna, every single person who died in the battlefield of Mahabharat, they all got Vaikunta Prapti, not Kaivalya Prapti, not Brahma
Oh,
Jyoti,
Vaikuntha Prapti.
Vaikunta Prapti.
Okay.
Because
they
they
saw the
all
Lord
saw the Lord.
while
Yeah.
leaving the body. Okay. Okay. Okay.
That is the special benefit.
Okay. Okay. Mhm. Any other question anybody has?
Prabhuji, Hiranyakashyap is also a demon,
Of course, he was a demon.
and Kans also.
Kans also, yeah. They see the Jaya Vijaya, they were great devotees of the Lord in Vaikuntha. For the Leela, what happened is a devotee means he is controlled by Krishna's senses. All the senses of a devotee are controlled by Krishna only. Now, Krishna also has a desire to sometimes fight. Now, if Krishna has to fight, somebody should be equal like him to give a fight. Then what is a fight? There are no two equals, there is no fight. So knowing this inner desire of Krishna, to satisfy that desire, these devotees, Jaya and Vijaya, chose the life of demons. So they had a choice. They can take 7 births, be as a devotee, and come to this planet Earth, or take 3 births only as demons. They thought, no, 7 is too long. We can't wait that long. That is too much separation for us to be away from Krishna. So 3 is good enough. Doesn't matter even if it is demon birth. That way we'll come to you back fast. That is why Jaya Vijaya taken these 3 lives. Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, Ravana, Kumbhakarna, Shishupala, Kamsa and Shishupala. Dantavakra. Dantavakra and Shishupala. Not
Yeah,
Kamsa actually. Not Kamsa.
It's not Kamsa.
It is Shishupala and Dantavakra. These are the 3 lives.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji. बिल्कुल different चीज थी, नहीं मालूम था.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
It comes in Bhagavatam, it's there. You'll
We
see
have
the
to
4
do-
Kumaras, they are traveling in Brahma Jyoti and they get the smell of Tulsi. That's also the mercy of the Lord. The Lord only decides to give them the smell. So then they think, we are liberated people. We should not be attracted to anything material. How is it that we are attracted? We are attracted to smell. How is it possible? So then they become very curious. Then they want to enter inside. But you cannot enter into Vaikuntha without
Without?
Devotee
without a
permission.
devotee. Devotee only can take you inside. Nobody can take you inside. Without a devotee, you cannot enter into Vaikuntha.
But they had Narad Muni, no? They had Narad Muni.
Narad Muni also devotee.
No, Narad Muni comes later.
He comes later.
He comes later.
Okay.
Then he gives them the process of bhakti.
Okay.
Then he teaches them bhakti.
So basically,
Then they will
all the 4 parampara systems that we have, the 4 also, they are all understanding Krishna perfectly. Only it has to be understood in the same way.
Yes.
That Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But
In fact, one of the parampara that is started is through the 4 Kumaras.
yes,
There are
yes.
4 people who started the parampara. One is Brahma, one is Shiva, one is Lakshmi, one is the 4 Kumaras.
Anju is asking some question. Devotee
it?
is what? What is your question, Anju? Devotee is not guru.
How can a devotee take you? Isn't it a guru who takes us?
Can't understand.
You're breaking up.
The devotee will take you, or is it the guru who will take you?
Guru is a devotee only, no?
If
Pure
he is
devotee.
if he is not a devotee, he cannot be a guru.
This is a vice versa. When he is guru, he is a devotee. Then he is a guru.
Yeah,
Yes.
pure devotee.
Pure
He is a
devotee.
pure devotee, and he is able to take that person back to the Lord. Yeah, he is the ambassador for the Lord. He is actually an ambassador.
There is one verse in Bhagavatam which says, Gurur nasyad, Pitrur nasyad, Rajar nasyad. Meaning, suppose if you do not know how to deliver your children, if you cannot teach your children to become liberated, you better don't become a father and mother. If you do not know how to deliver your students, your disciples, then don't become a guru. If you do not know how to deliver your citizens, don't become a Raja. It says, Bhagavatam says, that means all these 3 people are natural gurus in the society. Father and mother is a first guru. But what is their duty? To teach the children how to become liberated. If they cannot teach, then it is Varna Shankara. First chapter Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is saying. Because they lost all samskar. When samskar is lost, then all the progeny will be Varna Shankara. Like cats and dogs. Everybody is mating only just to produce some children. That's all. They will not have any samskar. They will not have any inclination for spiritual life, which is what we are seeing today. Guru Nasyan. You should also not become a guru. I am a good, public speaking. I have very good following. I have so many followers. For that sake, you don't become a guru. You do not know how to guide them to become Krishna conscious and tell them how to become liberated from the 3 modes of material nature and go to Vaikuntha, then better don't become a guru. Don't proclaim yourself as a guru.
Lakshmi aunty wants to say something.
Yes, aunty.
What is covetousness?
Covetousness.
To steal somebody's wife.
70 is the quality.
Yes. To steal. Basically, to steal somebody's wife like that. Cheating. Cheating.
Oh.
To be like a slime? To be like a slime?
Sly, yeah, like that. Yeah.
తెలుగులో చెప్పు.
అంటే అక్రమ సంబంధం టైప్. అక్రమ సంబంధాలు పెట్టుకున్నవాడు, అక్రమంగా డబ్బులు సంపాదించిన వాడు, అంటే బ్లాక్ మనీ, చీటర్, బేసిక్లీ చీటర్. Free from all types of cheating. Actually, Prabhupada gives example. The biggest cheating that we tell ourselves is that we tell we are the body. So you are cheating the soul.
Okay.
You are killing the soul. You are called a soul killer. That's the highest definition.
90% of the people don't know that there is a soul.
Exactly. So we are so low. Our standards are so low.
No, the thing is that this knowledge has been lost. So
Yes.
if we learn, first we follow it and we teach to others also. That is why Prabhupada said,
but as Indians, what is still there, our good quality, one good quality in India, still it is there, is if you scratch a little bit on the surface, these qualities will come up very easily. But for others, it might take a very long time. For us, it will take less time. But at the same time, people who live very close to railway station are the ones who miss the train.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
Mhm.
One thing,
Mhm.
correct.
We have to become serious.
Serious. If we are serious, we can easily learn. Actually, it's not difficult. But we don't. We are influenced by wrong influences. We are
Yeah.
thinking all the time. Adu, he made such a big career. Edu inta pedda career. I'm the only one who's missed out. So we are constantly comparing with others only, neighbors only. That's another
And
demoniac quality.
yeah, that is the first quality of demons. They compare.
They
And
compare.
we actually, the problem with us is what we are supposed to do. We are supposed to liberate our children. But from childhood, we teach them this demoniac quality of comparing.
Cheating.
Chudu, నీకన్నా వాడు ఎంత బాగా చేశాడు. So we are
Mm.
teaching them how to compare. And
Yes.
that is a demoniac quality we are imbibing in the children. So we should never compare actually. This is not good. Each student, each child is unique in their own way. So nowadays there are so many new type of parenting is there in which they don't want to compare. So like that we also have to upgrade ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
But when we compare, the first thing they get hurt and
Yes.
they become against us.
Yes.
Rebellion.
Yes. And when they see that you are following double standard, they won't like it. You are telling one side, don't compare. You should be equal to everyone. And then you are saying you are comparing. So they cannot understand, we are not
The culture is
following
not
correct.
fitting. The culture is
Yeah.
not fitting with their
Yes.
career goals. We are only
Yes.
putting the career goals. We are only telling you to learn culture. And culture is saying something. You are saying something. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, they're confused.
But comparison is very common, but definitely it hurts the children.
Yes. Yes. If we
No,
know
because
that it is
no. Actually, what happened? Our education system has changed. The British has modified the Gurukula system. They said, oh, this Gurukula, they're not producing any results. You see, they wanted to create clerk or peon who will do their paperwork and secretary. So they made everything same, uniform exam, uniform syllabus, uniform everything. But that's not how Gurukula system was. In fact, when British came, every single village of entire the country had Gurukulas. And
Yes.
they told Gurukula is not a school. So they said, oh, India does not have schooling system. So they are backward. That is how they labeled us. But we had the highest number of schools.
Yeah.
Every headmaster in a village is a Gurukul teacher.
Actually, when we met
And in Gurukul, what happens? They only everybody's natural quality is coming out. Everybody is different. You cannot tell, a fish and a monkey and a gorilla and a crocodile. I have an exam now. Whoever climbs up the tree first, they will be first rank. Obviously, you cannot. Only the monkey will pass.
yes.
Somebody is saying.
No, mummy was talking. I muted her by
Okay.
mistake.
Okay.
Cross talk. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think it's a very nice discussion we had, and we can continue like this. I think, we are having Bhagavatam also in this group because everyone is serious over here and they all want to understand. So it's a nice
One
way
more
to,
thing I want to ask.
Yeah.
One more thing I want to say. Why you skipped off all the demonic qualities?
Until
At
we
least
have kept only
we
1
should
hour.
be aware of those qualities.
No, I said
Though it's not a good thing, though it's negative character.
correct.
Point. People should know what they are. At least some people will try not to go into that line.
Yes. So that's why Prabhu said that he would want everyone to read.
I said, yeah, I have
Yeah.
only 1 hour basically. In 1 hour,
Yeah,
what's
I
happening?
know.
The class is
I know.
becoming very long.
Yeah.
So most important is to know what we have to cultivate. That's why I spent a little more extra time there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
And in general, if you know Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, this is the downward spiral, then you know all the other qualities. But if you open the 16th chapter, and they're all online books అన్ని ఉన్నాయి. It's very, very interesting. You'll be scratching your head. Oh my God, I'm thinking like this.
సరేలే
Yeah.
నువ్వు ఇప్పుడు చెప్తున్నావు కాబట్టి వింటున్నాము. మళ్ళీ వెళ్ళి ఎంతమంది బుక్స్ తీస్తారు?
తీయాలి. How
తీయాలి
did
కానీ
you become a doctor? How did you become a doctor? How many years you spent? 10 years you studied. 10 years you studied to become a doctor, just to get one degree. And you want to get God, understand God without doing any effort? Not possible.
నువ్వు చెప్తున్నావు, మేము వింటున్నాము అంతే.
That's one step. That's first step.
But our goal,
డాక్టర్ దగ్గరికి వచ్చి డాక్టర్ ప్రిస్క్రిప్షన్ ఇస్తాడు. బాగా చెప్పారండి మీరు, మీ ప్రిస్క్రిప్షన్ చాలా బాగుందండి, మీరు చెప్తుంటే వినాలని ఉందండి. అరే నాయనా, నేను ప్రిస్క్రిప్షన్ ఇచ్చాను, మందు పింగు అంటావు.
మందు కూడా తీసుకోవాలి.
మందు తీసుకోపోతే వేస్ట్ అది.
So the mandu is two things. First, two things, basic mandu. One is that you chant Hare Krishna, and the second mandu is to read Prabhupada's books. These are the two basic.
Medicine.
If you do, then automatically the next steps, it will
Then
come.
diet also is there. మందుతో పాటు డైట్ కూడా, అన్ని తినకూడదు.
But I'm saying first is these two.
Yes.
First is these two. Just chant, just read. Automatically other things will come. Because if we understand, we are not the body, then we want to work on it. What do we want to learn? Okay, we are not the body. What am I? So
no, but this point, I am not the body, is very theoretical if you do not take the medicine.
Yes. Yeah.
You can't get it. You can't get it.
Yes. It's
Because
only
our
on
action. The
superficial.
moment we close the class, our actions will be as per our belief system. And what do we believe? We believe
We are the body.
that we will enjoy only if I satisfy my body. That is the belief system.
Yes.
But that is a wrong belief. That is called concoction.
So that is why Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Why we have one of the sloka in Bhagavatam is there, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. So now what we are doing only one class a week or two classes. So that is that's not enough, because you take medicine only once in a day. Yeah, dose is not enough. The remaining days, the thing that you have to do is these two medicines. One is chanting every day, that every day we have to do, and the other is reading. So if we are not having the class, at least half an hour, 1 hour, we should read, because that's where we will get the knowledge. And without knowledge,
just like a firewood, it is just a useless log of wood. But if you keep it in touch with another fire, slowly it will become red hot fire. It's not useless log anymore.
Yes.
We are like that useless log right now, but chanting is like that spark of the fire that you keep in touch. But that spark of fire sometimes is not enough to light the firewood log. You need more fire. You need more fire to make it really light up. So that is the association of devotees.
Yeah.
Only in that lot of fire only, this log of wood also will get that same quality of fire. Then you become spiritual. Then Brahma Karma Swabhavajam. Then you get connected like Brahman. You connected to Brahman. That spiritual sound is Brahman. That's a spiritual vibration. That you have to get connected. And little connection sometimes is not enough. You have to keep that connection for a long time to get the spark and kick off. That log should kick off on its own without the help, any other help. Then it will light. So our struggle of giving association to everybody is to give all of you that understanding. Whatever you're doing, you have to increase that fire, increase the fire.
So I can add one point here. A lot of our devotees in our class, they are chanting, they are doing nice service, they are offering also. But the most important thing is that we have to read, because the reading connects us with Prabhupada, and without the association of a pure devotee. See, we are all only parrots. We are repeating what Prabhupada has said. The real powerhouse is Prabhupada. So we want you all to connect yourselves with Prabhupada. So these remaining days that we are not having the class, even the day when we are having the class, every day have a session that half an hour or 1 hour I want to read. Like there is a couple, Reshma Varun, and every day they have been reading for last few months. They have a small baby, 1-year-old baby actually, and they have been reading every day Bhagavatam, like an hour or so in the night before they sleep. They read every single day. So like that fire will always be there in your heart if you are reading, because you're associating with who? The pure devotee. That is the most important thing in this. That spark will come not from us, from Prabhupada. That association we need. Okay, we are trying to be also devotees, so this is an association which we also require from all of you. You all means it's a mutual thing, but we all need to connect with Prabhupada. Okay, so
If you all
please
are not coming with so much interest, we also will not be inspired to come and speak, because if I have to come and speak, I have to read more. That is also
Homework.
yeah, but I
homework.
think we had very good turnout today. I'm very happy with the turnout, and on our Zoom also, on the YouTube also, we had good turnout. So it was really nice. We had about 7 devotees continuously on the Zoom, on the YouTube too. So it's nice. At least we are more than 10-15 devotees. We are happy. Sarthak. It is useful.
And
నేను
welcome to
ప్రతిసారి
Chandra Mohan Prabhu also. Hope you liked it.
Yes, Prabhu, the day I met, I became your bhakta.
Oh,
You know
no,
that?
no.
Oh, acha, from Long
Prabhupada.
Island.
Yes, from
Yeah.
Long Island.
Okay. Nice to have you,
Right.
Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Welcome.
Hare Krishna.
Uh,
Yes.
Here we have, this is our small family, and bodily also, my sister is here, my mother is here, my father-in-law, mother-in-law, and lot of my sisters, two nanans are here. So this is a small spiritual family, material and spiritual, only because we want to understand Krishna from Prabhupada.
You all are charming for sure.
We are just trying to repeat
Charming only
Prabhupada's
because of
words.
you people. That's what I was just saying. If you are not there, then there is no scope for us to talk, right?
Yes. So
అంటే
nice.
ఒక్కోసారి కుదరకపోతే నేను తర్వాత వింటుంటాను.
Very
No
nice.
problem.
Very nice.
Yes.
YouTube, no? So I listen to them when I can't.
Yes.
Right,
Then
right.
personally,
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
Listen to the whole thing afterwards.
Yeah.
Prabhu, when is Ekadashi? Is it coming Saturday or Friday?
I have to see Friday. No, Thursday. For
No,
us, it is Thursday.
India and America is different.
Yeah, for us in US, it is, I think, Thursday, because I remember we were supposed to leave on Friday next week. So it's on Thursday. I remember that. And
India
so
will
we
be
are very,
different.
for
For
India,
India,
it will be probably Friday. Maybe I have to see that. I'm not sure.
On
We have to
30th.
see. On 30th, no, 30th is Friday. 30th is Friday. For here, it is on 29th on Thursday. So like that. Ekadashi. So as devotees, we want to, there are some rules Prabhupada has told, 4 regulative principles. And the 5th one is that we should keep Ekadashi. Other than that is, we should not do, gossip about each other behind somebody's back. So these are some of the, things, fine things. So if people think that, oh, we are following 4 regulative principles and we are keeping Ekadashi also, are you following the 6th one? Sometimes we call it 5th or 6th, whatever. So basically, prajalpa. We should not do gossip.
Tongue is very voracious. You can control all the other senses, maybe tongue, but tongue is very difficult.
Yeah. So
the acharyas told, if you can control tongue in a straight line, all the other organs get controlled. After tongue, your stomach, the force of vacho vegam. Vegam means pushing. The tongue is pushing all the time. I want to eat. I want to. 2 things tongue will do: talking, gossip, and to eat. So both the urges will be controlled just by taking the holy name of Krishna and the holy prasad of Krishna. Tongue is controlled. Vacho vegam. Then udaro vegam. Udaro vegam means stomach. Tongue is controlled. Stomach is pushing. I want this, I want this, I want this. Then udaro pasta vegam. The genitals below the udaram. That is also pushing. So all will get controlled in a straight line just by controlling tongue. This is a secret.
Yeah.
This is a devotional principle. If you are practicing other types of yoga system, then it's very difficult. You have to go to the forest, you have to become a brahmachari, you have to stop your grahastha life, everything. And you have to practice not breathing, yoga asana, yama, niyama, asana, dharana, pratyahara, all that you have to practice. But for a devotee, very simple. Susukam kartum avyayam, very easily performed. So like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So very nice. We had a very long class today. I think we will have to stop here, but we can all chant 3 times Hare Krishna, like always we do.
Sure.
I'll put the YouTube off so that we can start.